Good evening, and first of all, our apologies for running a little late. We had a longer than expected executive session on negotiations, and we're hopeful to wrap up some contracts. So thank you for your patience and your indulgence. And tonight, we have the Empowerment Zone student representatives that are here to speak before us, and family members, which is great. We always love to see family members. So, first is my alma mater, the High School of Commerce. Advisor Manuel Gothier, principal's here. Alexis Verheyo, 11th grade. Come on down.
Alexis was sick today, so we actually have Jaden Santiago, one of our 12th graders,
Jaden,
to speak.
come on down. Yeah. Oh.
Hello.
They changed it. That's right. Thank you. Mr. Santiago, who is a senior at the High School of Commerce. Thank you very, very much. The podium is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Superintendent. Sorry.
Jake, you're doing fine.
Thank you.
Doing fine. Head, heart, and gut. You're doing fine.
Thank you.
Be yourself.
Vice Chairperson, esteemed members of the School Council, school administrators, community members, and fellow scholars. I am Jaden Santiago, and I'm a student attending the High School of Commerce. It is an honor to stand here before you to share experiences and hopes for the future of our schools and community. Whenever I mention commerce to people outside of the school, they give me a look like I left a bad taste in their mouth. When in reality, commerce is a great school. When I came up here a few years ago from Florida, I had nothing but family. And yet commerce now feels like a second family to me, with their great lineup of staff, friends I made along the way, and the amazing fun activities they plan for us throughout the year. I want to show that experience that I've had at Commerce for these past couple years to others, instead of leaving them with the taste they've never had before. Thank you for having me up here, and we are very grateful for your leadership, your time, and your commitment to helping education and the well-being of many young students and people in Springfield. Thank you.
Thank you. High School of Commerce is back in the house. Amanda Gothier, principal's here, and Ambar Severio Diaz. If I pronounce your name wrong, please correct me. Come on up. And I love your sweater there. That looks great.
Much.
That looks great. Way to go, Red Raider. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would as the alumni. Yeah.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I would like for you guys to excuse my stuttering. I am very nervous.
You're doing fine.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Mayor Sarno, Superintendent Denal, Vice Chairperson Merle Naylor, esteemed members of the school committee, school administrators, community members, and fellow scholars. My name is Ambar Melissa Mero Diaz, and I am a part of the High School of Commerce student group, I would guess to say. It is an honor to stand before you today to share our experiences, our ideas, and our hopes for the future of our school and our community. As a student at the High School of Commerce, I have been presented with so many wonderful opportunities that have helped shape me into the person I am today. Thankfully, someone who can proudly stand before you and share a bit of my story. I'm originally from Dominican Republic, a very warm place. So you can imagine my shock when I experienced snow for the first time. Since then, I've studied at Frederick W. Harnett Middle School in Blackstone, Boston, Massachusetts, then attended Malden High School before moving to Springfield the summer after my sophomore year, continuing my education at the High School of Commerce, where I am now a senior, finally. Being part of Commerce has taught me that no matter how much you may feel like giving up, there will always be people who will drag you forward towards success. Shout out to my friends. I want to thank the staff at High School of Commerce for continuously providing me with the opportunities to grow and learn, and for giving me yet again another opportunity to add to my college essay. My friends for always standing by me, and my mother for being my greatest supporter. In less than 2 years, I've achieved more than I've ever imagined, from internships to field trips to even taking classes at Harvard. Not to mention GRDC. It's such a wonderful program, and I am so incredibly grateful for Sergeant Britton and Major Lodato for all they've done for me. If you told younger me all of that, she would have thought we went crazy. But here I am, proud of who I've become and excited to keep taking advantage of all the experiences of Commerce has to offer. If you ever believed you couldn't do it, try again. Everybody deserves a second chance. And if you have the chance to show what they're truly capable of, sorry, I said that wrong, as I was. If you ever believed you couldn't do it, try again. Everyone deserves a second chance to show what they're truly capable of. And I believe that full-heartedly, because that was me. Finally, thank you for giving students like me and my peers a voice in this important conversation. We are grateful for your time and your leadership and your commitment to the education. Whoa, I wrote a lot. To the education and well-being of every person in Springfield. We kindly ask that you continue to consider increased funding and support for the students who may struggle but still wish for an education. Once again, thank you for your time and have a lovely evening.
Great job, Ms. Diaz. Is your mom here? Where is she? Where's your mom? Good job, Mom. Good job. Great job, Ms. Diaz. And that's a sharp-looking sweater, I'll tell you that. Thank you to my alma mater, the High School of Commerce. Aspire Academy is here. Raymond Burton and Principal Tiffany Carr. Unique. And if I pronounce Collins, 11th grade. If I pronounce it wrong, please correct me. Yannick. Come on.
Hello, Mr. Mayor, Superintendent, and student, no.
School committee.
Huh?
School committee member.
School committee, sorry.
That's okay.
My name is Yannick Collins, and I am a student from Aspire, and I am a junior. I'm 11th grader. Aspire is the first school I've attended where things feel genuinely easygoing in the best way. It takes a little time to find your rhythm, but once you do, there's one direction to go, up and forward. When I first came to Aspire, I wasn't sure to expect, but it didn't take long for me to realize that Aspire is different. It's a place that values people for who they are and encourages everyone to be themselves. One of our student programs is Career Pathways, which lets students choose from 5 fields: nursing, HVAC, electrical, intro to child development, and culinary. I'm currently in culinary and intro to child development. Both are going well, but I'm leaning toward child development. I may not be much of a chef, but I like to take care of children and babies. Aspire has a calm, mellow environment, partly because of our size. Everyone plays an important role, students and teachers alike. Each teacher has a unique style that connects with different learners. For example, Mr. Johnson uses anime-related analogies that help students understand the content, while others use incentive trackers and clear goals to keep us motivated and on track. Most of our work is self-paced, meaning we can take our laptops home and work when it suits us. But we also have personalized goals so that we stay on a genuine path forward. Aspire is a school where you can be yourself no matter who you are. Every student has a purpose. Find your lane and move confidently towards your future. I feel most open to be creative and different at Aspire. Thank you.
Nice job. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Aspire Academy continues. Again, Raymond Burton, Principal Tiffany Carr, advisors. Xavier Bruno, 12th grade. Come on down. The podium is yours, X-Man.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Superintendent Denal, and school committee. My name is Xavier Bruno, a soon-to-be graduate of Aspire Academy. I came from the High School of Commerce. After becoming a teen dad, I still had growing to do. And because I wasn't in a good place mentally, I wanted better for myself, not just for me, but for my family as well. I came to Aspire Academy for another chance to finish my high school education. At the beginning, I was lost. I didn't have a path to set myself on, but the teachers and staff constantly pushed me and everyone else to be our best and to achieve more. Aspire didn't just help me, it helped every student who has attended and tried. Aspire has taught me that I am the only thing stopping me from succeeding. Aspire Academy took me in as a new student and showed me that the sky is the limit. The teachers, the staff, and the time I spent in this school taught me that you yourself will always and only be the obstacle to get through. Aspire Academy offers many opportunities and accommodations to all of their students. It is always up to you to take them and strive for greatness. Aspire has come a long way in such a short time, thanks to the qualified teachers and staff who give and teach students everything they need and want. Everyone has room to grow in this life. No matter how old you are or where you're at in life, there is always space for growth, and no matter what you or others know, growth is limitless. So it's up to you to stay complacent or not. They have given me, as well as everyone else, a multitude of paths to take lead on. Whether it's jobs or careers through college, they'll give you what you need to be successful. I believe that other schools need to pick up on what Aspire is handing out, such as classes and careers leading up after completing high school, and most importantly, always supporting their students. I came to this academy seeking change for the better, and now I am going to be leaving with more achievements set in stone for myself to accomplish. Aspire on top.
Good job, Mr. Bruno.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you. Springfield Honors Academy's in the house. Advisor Catherine Clark. Brandon Smith, 12th grade. Come on down.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Superintendent, and members of the Student Council. My name is Brandon Smith. I'm thankful for my school, Springfield Honors Academy, because they provide opportunities to allow us to explore outside of the academic walls. Through my school, I have been blessed to be a Thrive Scholar and Global GIMP student and ambassador. Both programs, Thrive Scholars and Global GIMPs, have pushed me to grow, not only as a student, but as a leader and a person. Through Thrive Scholars, I've learned to collaborate with different dedicated peers who challenge me to think bigger and communicate better. I've built meaningful friendships and professional networks that continue to motivate me to reach higher goals. As for Global Glimpse, they gave me a hands-on experience in leadership and my cultural awareness. I learned how to manage my time effectively, how to balance responsibilities and still make space for my personal priorities, something that's just as valuable in any academic lesson than rather a simple classroom. Together, these experiences taught me the importance of leadership and companionship. You learn how to listen, how to adapt, and grow alongside others. You gain the ability to not only guide yourself to success, but help those who need it the most. Even today, whether it's on the basketball court, as I'm a varsity starter for my team, or in the classroom. And I like to take a part in many rigorous academic classes, yeah. Even today, I apply the lessons I've learned in these environments. This is why I strongly recommend such opportunities to any student who wants to challenge himself and truly wishes to succeed in their future endeavors.
Brandon, good job, man. Great hair, great hair. I'm a barber's kid. I knows that stuff. Nice job, Brandon. Springfield Honors Academy's in the house, Jasmine. I'm on Fo. If I pronounce that wrong, 12th grader, please correct me.
Jasmine Amanfo.
Amanfo. Ms. Amanfo, thank you for correcting me.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Superintendent, student board members, and community members. Today I'm here to represent Springfield Honors Academy and talk about the many programs that we have there. Today I'd like to focus on just two, Thrive Scholars and Global Glimpse. Thrive Scholars, I was able to do both programs this summer, but Thrive Scholars is a 6-year plus program where basically not only do they help students get into top colleges from like low income backgrounds, but they also help them through the 4 years of college. Thankfully my school introduced me to this program. I'd say before this program, despite like how I do in school, which is great, I would never thought of myself as someone who could go to like a top university, like such Ivy, such as like Brown or like Stanford and stuff like that. But like this program truly did like open my eyes and actually gave me the courage to take my shot at these top schools. So hopefully we hear back from those. And that's one thing that's like about the great about this program, and so I'm glad my school showed me that. Another program, Global Glimpse, basically Global Glimpse focuses on like showing students like leadership skills, but it does this by taking students abroad. Luckily, I got the chance to go to Costa Rica free of charge. So I say Costa Rica was like one of the best things that happened to me. You know, my family is like immigrants, so I've been to like Ghana back home, whatever. But you know, going to like different countries is not something I thought would be able like I'd ever be able to do. So like having the chance to go to Costa Rica really opened my eyes to like what's around the world and like how like even me myself can make an impact in like a place other than just Springfield here. And thank you for listening. That's all.
Nice job, Jasmine. Nice job, Jasmine. Thank you very, very much. Springfield Honors Academy continues advisor Catherine Clark. Yamilet, and last name is, correct me if I'm wrong here, Berdazita. Correct me, please.
Sorry.
Well,
My name is Jamila Verdesia.
okay. Okay. What?
Good afternoon, Mayor, Superintendent, and Student Board Committee and community members. Like Jasmine was saying, like through advocacy of Global Glimpse from SHA, like the teachers, the fellow students, I was fortunate enough to participate in Global Glimpse and travel to Costa Rica, which was a life-changing experience. Traveling with Global Glimpse allowed me to witness the strength of community and the impact of collaboration across different cultures. I learned about the importance of the people of Costa Rica share for sustainability and eco-diversity, and how these actions embody what a community who care about their environment and one another looks like. Beyond like having newly acquired environmental consciousness, I recognize the significance of communication and empathy. Listening and understanding was what really connected us, like as being different, being from Springfield and not from like Costa Rica, communicating with them like through Spanish or just helping other people who couldn't speak Spanish talk to the local members. It really like made us understand one another. Whether like with Global Glimpse, we got to help communities, like help families prepare meals or interact with children at the local schools. I saw that inclusion begins when every voice is heard. And I learned that from Global Glimpse, that building a stronger community starts with the willingness to learn from those whose experiences differ from our own. Thank you for listening.
Nice job. Thank you. Now, this must be a relation. Springfield Honors again. Yamilet is 12th grade. Catherine Clark, come on up, dear. Are you sisters, obviously?
Yeah, we're twin sisters. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's Jamelet, too.
Jamilet.
So, good afternoon, Mayor, Superintendent, and student board members and community members. Global Glimpse taught me how to be less resilient and more of a leader. It taught me some qualities that I needed to be a leader, which included becoming confident and communicative skills, along many more. I take back the challenges that Global Glimpse has taught me, but also the wonders it taught me of being independent. As you guys know, I have a twin sister, so that was hard. It made me realize that no matter the background, when people come together, they can create something amazing and special, which is what we did in Costa Rica when we built trenches for the kids that didn't have water. This made me come to the conclusion that I want to continue creating an impact on the world around me and continue to do stuff, which is why I advocate for Global Glimpse and why I advocate for Springfield Honors Academy for bringing this opportunity to me. So thank you so much.
Nice job. The twin sisters did very, very well there. Good job. Discovery Polytech High School, which is right next door. Alexandra Daniel and advisor Stephanie Crow and Farik Turner. Come on down.
Okay, good evening. My name is Alexandra Daniel, and I'm a senior at DHS. Currently, I have 39 college credits,
Yeah.
and I put them all towards my medical science pathway, which is through Bay Path University. Getting a head start to college is one of the biggest jump at high school I've never imagined for myself, especially coming from a lower income side of Springfield. Putting my college credits towards my future degree, thankfully will help me grow and mature more as an adult in our society. And I think that this is one of the best opportunities that I've ever received from being at Discovery, because I was able to really learn and grow as a college student and as a high school student at the same time. And I feel like this was able to turn myself into a more mature person. Along with being involved in college, like as together, I was also involved in a lot of internships. Thankfully, to Discovery, they were able to introduce me to internships outside of school and in school, and this was all to help me understand and grow that this could be the career track that I want to be in for the future, or if I want to do this type of learning in the future. And my school has put a lot of effort in not just exposing us to college classes, but also exposing us to hands-on experiences. And one of my biggest examples that I'll always advocate for our school is our Harvard Medical School monthly workshops that we do. This is where I fully get hands-on experiences and understand on a deeper level that at Discovery, I will never be a number for them on the record sheets. I will always be a person with a name and passion forever. And I'm someone with a future and could work hard to reach it. At school, students could talk to staff or find a safe space to reflect on themselves and grow as a person. This is something that brings me confidence when walking into the school building, because I know that I'm working into a safe, rewarding area. Staff here understand that students aren't just students, but people with life outside of school, and they push us to work hard and fight to achieve more. And because of this, it pushes me to continue to work hard at college and learn how to balance my extracurriculars and schools all together.
I'm going to call you Dr. Daniel. Way to go. Nice job. Nice job. Discovery Polytech High School is still in the house. Melanie Farrell, come on down. 12th grade.
A little nervous.
Oh, you're doing fine.
Good evening, Mayor Sarno,
Good evening.
Superintendent, and esteemed student committee members. Discovery Early College High School is a place built on opportunity, connection, and character. Again, my name is Melanie Farrell, a senior at Discovery Polytechnic Early College High School. One of the things that makes Discovery so special is the chance to take real college classes. I've earned 53 college credits from freshman year to now. All glory to God, all glory to God. Yeah, from freshman year to now, originally I started in computer systems engineering, and then I transitioned over to business. So that's just been incredible, like I can't even express. And I believe it's really given me a real head start toward my future. But Discovery's opportunities goes far beyond the classroom. I earned a digital marketing certification junior year, as well as compete at our first annual Discovery Science Fair, where I connected with hard science professionals who reminded me just how far curiosity can take you. Getting involved is also a part of our culture, a really big part of our culture, I must say. From our robotics team, the Polybots, to our yearbook class and event committee, students are encouraged to lead and create. Through our outreach group, the Polybots Innovators, I helped our team win a $5,000 grant to extend, STEM access for younger students within Springfield, Massachusetts. This further shows how important student engagement is at Discovery High School. Student government is also another great outlet for DHS students. Last year, I served as junior class representative, and this past October, I was actually elected senior class president.
Yay, Madam President, way to go.
Cheese on bread. There we go. My classmates and I also want to mention, are working really hard to build and maintain a culture of honesty, integrity, and kindness. We kind of want to, because we're the senior class, we kind of want to be a great example for the underclassmen. And I actually think we're doing a really great job at that. All glory to God, that's amazing. And yeah, so with that being said, I'd like to say discovery isn't just really preparing us for college, it's also preparing us to lead with purpose, compassion, and pride. So thank you so much for your
Nice
time.
job, Ms. Farrell. Nice job. Good job. Rise Prep Academy High School's in the house. So Advisor Christina Bromberg. Joel Flores Santa, 11th grader. Come on down. Joel, it's good to see you again. And you look sharp too. Well, hold on. Georgie's gonna hook you up.
I have to go straight to the house of God after this, so looking good for school committee and looking good for God.
All right. That's what you call a drop the mic moment.
Back to business. Good evening, Mayor Sarno, Dr. Denal, and respected members of the school committee. If I were to describe my academic career up until this point in just one word, that would be rewarding. My journey as a junior at Rise Prep's Early College Academy has been filled with growth, discovery, and opportunity. When I first began, I could have never imagined the doors that would open for me, opportunities that I once considered unforeseeable. Through this experience, I've had the privilege to serve as an active member of student council to take part in the early college program, where I've experienced college-level learning while still in high school. But what makes this journey truly rewarding isn't only the academic achievements, it's the personal growth that has come with it. Living with a physical disability has taught me to see challenges not as limitations, but as motivations. It has shaped me in the way I approach my goals, strengthened my perseverance, and inspired me to keep moving forward even when the path ahead isn't easy. Rise Prep has not only nurtured my academic confidence, but has also given me the space to build leadership qualities that I will carry with me forever. These experiences have helped me find my voice as a student, a leader, and a young person determined to make a difference. As I look ahead to my next chapter of my journey, I plan to pursue a major in sociology, excuse me.
Okay. I get mixed up too, Joel. Don't worry about it.
Sociology with double minors in Afro-American studies and Latin American, Caribbean, and Latino studies. With a concentration in journalism.
That's for you, Jeanette, back there from the Republican. How do you like that?
Yes. My goal is to use my education and storytelling to create an impact, to help bridge communities, amplify unrepresented voices, and continue the work of making the world a more just and inclusive place. To me, the word rewarding captures not just what I've accomplished, but what I've learned, which is that every challenge can become a chance, and every opportunity a stepping stone towards something greater. Thank you, Mayor Sarno, Dr. Denal, and the entire school committee for believing in students like me and for making it possible for students like us to dream beyond what we once thought possible. Thank you.
Joel, you hit it out of the park. It was a grand slam. Way to go, and you look sharp. God bless you. Such a nice kid. Wow. Yep. Yep. There we have one. Okay. We're about in the stretch run now. Emergence Academy's in the house. Elizabeth Espinal Estrella, 8th grade. And again, Amanda Gauthier and Maciel Ramos, our advisors. If I pronounce your name wrong, please correct me.
It's okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being so kind.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Espinal, and I'm an 8th grader at Emergence Academy. I started attending Emergence Academy when I was in the 6th grade. My family and I moved to Springfield from the Dominican Republic 2 years ago. Emergence Academy has helped me a lot in my learning, teaching me new things and explaining them in a way that is understandable for a student. One of my favorite things about my school is the way my teachers help the students learn English and always push us to improve and be better every day. Even when things get difficult, we're tired or we're a little too energetic and hyper in the classroom, our teachers are always there to support us, encourage us to work hard, and be better students and people each and every day. I wish other schools spend time at Emergence Academy so they could see how kind we are at Emergence, and how not only the teachers and staff help each other, but how students help each other too. Almost all of us start at Emergence Academy as our first school in America. It definitely can be scary for new students to start school in a new country and not know the language. We have students coming from over 40 different countries across the world. Even though we all may not speak the same language, we know how hard it can be to start a new life in a new place. At Emergence, the students and staff make sure that we take care of each other because we once knew what it was like to be brand new and maybe a little scared. That's why I love my school so much, because it really feels like a family and home. Thank you very much for giving me the time to speak to all today about Emergence Academy, and thank you for listening.
Nice job, Elizabeth. Last but not least, Emergence Academy, and again, Amanda Gauthier, Maciel Ramos, Baruni. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Willanja, please correct me. Come on down.
Yeah, my name is Barwani.
Ronnie.
Ja?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Hello, my name is Barwani Wilonja, and I am senior at Emergence Academy. I started attending Emergence Academy when I was in 10th grade, when my family moved to Springfield from Tanzania. Thank you for the opportunity to briefly share my experience at Emergence Academy with you all today. When I first came to America, I didn't speak any English, but Emergence Academy helped me learn, growing, and against confidence. Not only with my English speaking skills, help me learning, but a personal.
You're doing fine.
Sorry, guys.
You're doing fine.
Sorry.
That's what you're doing.
When I first came to America, I didn't speak any English, but Emergence Academy helped me learning, growing, and against confidence. Not only with my English speaking skills, but also personal general. Today, I'm so proud to say that I can speak English, my home language of Swahili, and even Spanish too.
All right.
That is even learned from my friend. I have also grown into more confidence and well-around students and personal. All thanks to the us even learned throughout the staff and my time at Emergence Academy. My favorite things about Emergence Academy is the teacher and all the staff there. They are deep about the student and build a strong relationship, not only with us, but also with our family. They support to make us big difference in our life. My family and I have gone through it a lot past few years, and we always knew we could turn to our emergency family for anything that we need. One of my most favorite memory I have at the Emergency Academy was my time on the Commerce boys soccer team. I started playing.
Positions you play? What positions you play?
I play midfield.
Oh, you run like the wind. I was a crazy goalie in high school commerce and in college. So you run like the wind back and forth then. Okay.
Thank you. I started playing my sophomore year, and we have barely had enough player to the field. But we worked hard to begin to build up the program, and then 2 years later, we have over 30, 30 boys on the team. We finished this season with a record of win 11 game, lost 3 game,
Yeah, they had a good.
tie 4 game, and we made the state tournament this year.
That's right. That's right.
I want people to know that Emergency Academy is a place with a lot of support and then care. I feel like a community and family where students feel safe, invaluable, and then prepare for the future. I am sad that I am senior and I'm about to leave Emergency Academy after this school here. But I'm also excited for the future that my time at Emergency Academy has prepared me for the.
You're doing fine. Remember, you're a midfielder. You run like the wind.
Thank you. To graduates, pursue a college studying business management. I hope continue to play soccer and then making my family and school proud. Thank you so much for allowing me to share about myself and Emergency Academy.
Great job. Well, we thank you all, to the administrators and the student speakers and to the family members that are here, really showing us shining examples of what our Springfield Public School System has and will continue to put out there. So thank you all. That concludes the student speak out. You're more than welcome to stay. We'll take a 1-minute recess before we go into our regular meeting. Thank you very, very much. Ready to go. Good evening. We'll call the meeting to order. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez,
He
absent.
he sends his regrets. He has a family outing. Yes.
Attorney Murphy, absent.
A family aspect.
Mr. Collins.
Here.
Ms. Gresham.
Here.
Ms. Hurst.
Present.
Ms. Bruno-Naylor.
Present.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes. Please rise for a moment of silence. We will dedicate it to all our veterans who never came home. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. We're also joined by our student representative from Putnam Vocational Technical Academy, Junior Ollie DeLone is here, and she's been a great addition. So we look forward to hearing your report. I'd also like to give a special shout out to the Central High boys soccer team, which knocked off the #1 ranked team in the state, defending champs Newton. Central was ranked 39th in the tournament. I had sent Coach Carney a note prior to the game to say, give them hell, and they did. And they did. So hopefully they can continue on in the tournament. I know you hear about Central football all the time, which they play Taunton tomorrow night at Birdie Field on it. But I just thought that was an outstanding victory on it. So we wish them continued success on and off the field. With the we'll just go to approval of the minutes. A, vote to approve the minutes of school committee's regular meeting on October 16th. Any questions or comments?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Motion by Mr. Collins. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Hurst. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins.
Yes.
Ms. Gresham.
Yes.
Ms. Hurst.
Yes.
Ms. Bruno Naylor.
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient votes, the matter passes. Thank you. With the indulgence of the school committee, we're going to go out of order, and we're going to move to J. This is the vote to decommission the land known as Rear 111 Green Street. Superintendent Dr. Denal and Attorney Jeremy St. Laurent is also here.
Good evening, and thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. There is a parcel of land that is adjacent to the old Page, I believe it was at one time, and then it transitioned to the Springfield Middle School, and now we are looking to ensure that we decommission. Attorney St. Laurent has additional information.
Thank you, Attorney St. Laurent. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, is there a motion on the floor?
Move we approve.
Motion by Mr. Collins, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins.
Yes.
Ms. Gresham.
Yes.
Ms. Hurst.
Yes.
Ms. Bruno Naylor.
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, one sufficient votes, the matter passes. Thank you. We'll go back to voting items, and A is the vote to ratify memorandum agreement between the Springfield School Committee and the United Food and Commercial Workers Union Local 1459 on behalf of the Springfield School Substitute Teachers for a term of July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2028. Superintendent Dr. Denal, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. As you know, we have a very skilled team when it comes to collective bargaining units, and we're happy to say that we were able to settle another union contract. Attorney Sweeney has already shared information with the school committee on this.
Yes, and again, we appreciate your patience. We had a long executive session to resolve some contracts and hopeful resolve of the contract. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, there's a motion on the floor. Motion by Vice Chair Neal, there's a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Hurst. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins.
Yes.
Ms. Gresham.
Yes.
Ms. Hurst.
Yes.
Ms. Bruno Naylor.
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, one sufficient vote, the matter passes. Now we'll move to a vote to approve the Putnam Vocational Technical Academy's overnight field trip request to the Fall State Leadership Conference in Marlborough, Massachusetts on November 23rd, 2025, returning November 24th, 2025. Anne-Marie Marrero and Josue Marrero. Superintendent Dr. Denal, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. As you know, Putnam Vocational High School is most definitely one of the premier CTE high schools in the region, and I would dare say throughout the state. They have an outstanding reputation, and one of the reasons that they do is because they perform very well with Skills USA programming. This is an opportunity for students and staff to further develop their leadership skills at this particular field trip opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Denal.
So moved.
Any questions? Hearing none. Motion made by Mr. Collins. There's a second, please.
Second.
Second by Vice Chair Naylor. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Monroe Naylor,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, board is official votes, matter passes. Again, for Putnam, vote to approve Putnam Vocational Technical Academy's overnight field trip request to the Massachusetts State Leadership and Skills Conference in Marlborough, Mass. on April 30th, 2026, returning on May 1st, 2026. Again, Anne Marie Marrero and Josue Marrero here. Superintendent Dr. Denault, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is an opportunity for, again, Putnam Vocational High School and their students to go to the
Recording in
championships.
progress.
They will be attending the
Voice of God.
championships. That's it. For Skills USA, again, in Marlborough, Mass.
Thank you, Superintendent. Motion by Ms. Hurst, second.
Second.
Second by Vice Chair Naylor. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Monroe Naylor,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than official vote, matter passes. Putnam's on a roll tonight. Vote to approve the Putnam Vocational Technical Academy's overnight field trip request to Skills USA National Competition, excuse me, in Atlanta, Georgia, on June 1st, 2026, and returning on June 6th, 2026. Again, Marie Marrero, Warren Schoonover, and Josue Marrero. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Superintendent Dr. Denault, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, Putnam is going to be victorious on the state level. You already approved that field trip. We are confident that they are going to qualify to compete in the nationals, which is this particular field trip that you are going, well, hopefully approve. I was going to say, you are going to approve this field trip, but we are requesting approval so that they can go to the nationals and compete as well.
Thank you, Superintendent Dr. Denault. George Johnson, Principal Johnson's team do a great job over there. Is there any questions or comments? Hearing none, is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Gresham, a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Hurst. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins,
Bring back some medals. Yes.
That's right.
Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Monroe Naylor,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, board official votes, matter passes. Thank you. D is the vote to approve an amendment to the contract for legal services for Norris, Murray, and Pelican LLC, increasing maximum liability for all legal services and reimbursable expenses under the contract to $150,000. I know Chief Patrick Roach is here. Superintendent Dr. Denault, please.
So much, Mr. Mayor. As you know, we brought this to subcommittee, and there was an adjustment made to the contract of Norris, Murray, Pelican LLC. They are the attorneys that support the school committee. Pat Roach is here if you do have any questions.
Any questions or comments for Superintendent Dr. Denault or Chief Roach? Hearing none, is a motion on the floor.
So moved.
Motion by Vice Chair Naylor, is there a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Hurst, I believe. Roll call vote is required. Madam Clerk, please call, Mr. Clerk, please call.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Monroe Naylor,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient vote, the matter passes. Josue, how you doing, all right? Thank you for your efforts. E is the vote to approve request for school committee for Ariana Catherine Clark to be awarded the City of Springfield diploma. Dr. Yolanda Johnson is here. Superintendent Dr. Denault, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. We are so pleased that Ariana Catherine Clark has persevered and has met all of the requirements to receive a City of Springfield diploma.
Thank you, Superintendent Dr. Denault. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, is a motion on the floor.
So moved.
Motion by Vice Chair Naylor, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins,
Congratulations, Ariana. Yes.
Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Monroe Naylor,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient votes. The matter passes. Congratulations, Ms. Clark. F is the vote to approve the IMDA Pledge of Allegiance to the flag and a moment of silence. Very appropriate with Veterans Day right around the corner and how important it is to honor this. Superintendent Dr. Denal and Attorney Ian Keefe is also here too.
Thank you so much. We had the opportunity to review this in subcommittee, and we are pleased to say that there is a policy that was created, and we have Attorney Ian Keefe here to elaborate as needed.
Good evening, everyone. Just to recap of the history of how this issue came up back in September, Attorney Murphy raised the question of whether or not there was a policy and whether or not the students were required to recite the Pledge of Allegiance every day at school. We did some research. There is no policy. There was no policy at the time. There is a statute that does require the Pledge of Allegiance be recited. However, there's case law that basically takes away that requirement, but obviously makes it voluntary. So we put this policy together, and we did a little research. And basically, currently, there is a practice set forth for most schools where most students are reciting the pledge. So this policy really just clarifies the practice and clarifies that it's voluntary, that no one can be disciplined, discriminated, or harassed for either reciting the pledge or choosing not to recite the pledge. So we would be in compliance with the statute and with the current case law. I also added the requirement or the opportunity for a moment of silence, which is also statutory, and that's what we have here today in the policy out in front of you.
Thank you, Attorney Keefe. Any questions or comments?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, and it's just so important because there's individuals that made the ultimate sacrifice so we can lead the lives we lead. So I think it's important, but we clarified, codified about the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence, and it's important that we honor, especially just right around Veterans Day. Motion made by Mr. Collins. Is there any questions or comments? Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Chair Naylor. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Bruno Naylor,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient votes. Matter passes. Thank you. G is a vote to approve the revised policy, IMDB flag display. And again, Attorney Keefe is here. Superintendent Dr. Denal, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
Ian.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Attorney Keefe will elaborate on the flag display policy.
Absolutely. So in our research regarding the Pledge of Allegiance, the same statute that requires or sets forth the voluntary opportunity for the Pledge of Allegiance also discusses requirement for each school to publicly display the flag. Our current policy only talks about flag lowering, which actually isn't set to what the practice is. The current practice is the flag's lowered at basically the ordering of the governor's office. So an email will come in from the governor saying we're lowering the flag for this purpose, and then the schools will then lower the flag. So basically what we did was remove the flag lowering part, because currently it states that it's coming from designated city officials. That's not the current practice, so we took that away. We added basically the statutory language, which requires the school committee to provide a flag if there's not a flag at the school, and then just basically says it has to be displayed in the classroom and on the grounds. So this policy just basically, again, putting policy to practice and making sure it conforms to the statutory requirements.
Thank you, Attorney Keefe, again for making sure this is codified and the importance of having the American flag. Was there any questions or comments? Hearing none, is a motion on the floor?
So moved.
Motion by Vice Chair Naylor. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Bruno Naylor,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient votes. Matter passes. Thank you very much. And just for the viewing audience, the people that are here, a lot of times you'll see us vote. I say it all the time. You'll see us vote things right through. A lot of the hard work, hours of meetings go on with the subcommittee meetings with the chairperson on it. So we just want to clarify that. Thank you. H is to vote on whether to support reauthorization of previously approved Mass Association of School Committee resolutions for the annual joint conference, including sanctuary laws for transgender students, increasing special education, reserve fund limits, membership on the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, preserving local governance of our schools, personal financial literacy education, establishment of the regional school assessment reserve funds. And I kind of want to thank our past representation. Ms. Hurst is very involved in that, being present. Ms. Naylor, Vice Chair Naylor, has represented us also. So I'll turn it over to Superintendent Dr. Denal and any comments that school committee members might have.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. I know that Massachusetts Association of School Committees is very fortunate because they have selected Denise Hurst to be their future president. I believe there will be a ceremony on November 14th to swear you in so you can take your rightful place. So, Madam President, Madam President, I will yield the floor to you so you can please expound on the voting item for your colleagues.
Dr. Denal.
Thank you, Dr. Denal. So typically or historically, what has happened is that our school committee, as well as all of the other school committees across the Commonwealth, they vote on not only the resolutions that come forth from various school committees by way of the MASC, because there is a resolutions committee. We vote on whether or not to endorse, support those particular resolutions. And so this time around, we have before us on item I to vote for only the new resolution that has come forward. So only one has come forward. What we're voting on in this matter right here is the reauthorization, which we had already voted on last year. So these are just moving forward again because they haven't necessarily expired. So only one new resolution this year, and that is the next item before us.
Thank you, Madam President. Is there any questions or comments? Hearing none.
I move we approve item H.
Motion by Mr. Collins, or second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Hurst. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins.
Yes.
Ms. Gresham.
Yes.
Ms. Hurst.
Yes.
Ms. Romano Naylor.
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient vote. The matter passes. Next is a vote on whether to support the new Mass Association of School Committees resolution on removing the BMI testing from schools. Again, turn it over to Superintendent Dr. Denal and incoming President Denise Hurst.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. We are in agreement with this resolution as a school district. Now we are asking the school committee to support that as well.
Thank you, Superintendent Dr. Denal. Ms. Hurst, would you like to comment on it, please?
I think the only thing that I would like to add is that even though we vote on it, we're voting to put it forward, very similarly to how we take matters up in subcommittee and then we bring them forward to the full body. The voting of these resolutions just means that we're going to bring them forward to the MASC's delegate assembly, and then that body, in essence, decides whether or not to move these particular resolutions forward.
Thank you for the clarification, Ms. Hurst. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, is a motion on the floor?
So move.
Motion by Vice Chair Naylor, is a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins.
Yes.
Ms. Gresham.
Yes.
Ms. Hurst.
Yes.
Ms. Romano Naylor.
Yes.
Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient vote. This matter passes. Thank you. We'll now move to presentations. This is Exceptional Learners, Believing All Students. Dr. Marisa McCarthy, Dr. Melissa O'Neill, Mary Ellen Pope, Deborah Pacheco, Karen Freeman, Dr. Jacqueline High, Rosemary Walczek. Superintendent Denal.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. I am fortunate to have a highly effective and knowledgeable team of individuals who give great deal of support to our exceptional learners throughout the district. They are student-centered and they allow data to drive all the decisions that they make. They will be sharing critical information with each and every one of you this evening to help you better understand the unique challenges that we face because of the rising needs of our exceptional learners, but also to share with you the things that they are doing and doing very well to address the needs of this unique population of learners. I surrender the mic to Dr. Marisa McCarthy. She is the Chief of Exceptional Learners. Thank you, Dr. McCarthy.
Thank you very much for having us tonight and allowing us the platform to be able to share some of the work that we're doing within our department. I'm here with other members of the Exceptional Learning Team, and we're very excited tonight to not only explain to you who our exceptional learners are, but to understand a little bit more about the work that we're doing across the district. So we're going to start with Dr. Mimi O'Neill, who's going to explain to you a little bit more about who our exceptional learners are.
Good evening. I wanted to let you know that of our student population in Springfield Public Schools, 27% of our students are identified as exceptional learners. That's higher than the state average, which is 19.7%. And also, among those exceptional learners, you'll see that the most common disability category is students with autism. They make about 21% of our population. Close behind them are students with communication disabilities, who also comprise just under 21% of our exceptional learner population. And then developmental delay is about 19% of our exceptional learner students. The remaining 39% are kind of divided among the other 9 disability category areas. All of our Springfield Public Schools educators have the privilege of working with our exceptional learners, and Ms. Walczak's now going to talk to you about the locations and the data around those students.
Good evening, everybody. If you look at the data here, every elementary school has services to provide support to our exceptional learners. Some of our schools have programs for our low-incidence students, and all of our schools service our non-low-incidence students. A little bit of difference between both of the categories is our non-low-incidence students are serviced typically within the general population classroom, typically with their peers in a general education classroom. Our low-incidence students are served usually for most of their day in a small group or in a sub-separate classroom with a special education teacher working on their specific needs with support of paraprofessionals. The next slide, the highlighted areas are the schools that currently do not have low incidence programs in their buildings. If you look at our secondary, those are our middle and high schools. The same criteria is for our non-low incidence and our low incidence programs. Those highlighted in yellow are the schools that do not service our low incidence students, but all of our schools will service our non-low incidence students. Dr. High will speak a little bit more about where the locations are.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for having us here today. We appreciate this time. On the slide that's next, this is a review of the types of programs that we provide for our exceptional learners. As a district, we provide a wide continuum of services. The largest number of students that receive specialized instruction in the student support setting, as you can see from the top bar there. Those students receive the majority of their services within their general education classroom, except for where they need additional support in the content areas, which is taught by our exceptional learner educator in collaboration with their general education teacher. As you may be aware, we have seen a growing number of students who are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Depending on the student's level of need, the programs range from substantially separate programs to partial inclusion within the general education classroom or student support as appropriate. Some of our smaller programs include our life skills program, our social emotional behavior support program, and several others. Related services only is a category that indicates that the student only receives one or more what we call auxiliary services. The possibilities include, but are not limited to, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech and language therapy, services for the visually impaired or low vision students, as well as mobility and orientation services. Also services for students who are hard of hearing by our teachers of the deaf. And these are the primary services that are provided for those students. You will hear more about these services on a later slide. The pre-kindergarten numbers listed here reflect only the students in our preschools that have IEPs. On the next slide, Karen Friedman will follow up with how we're preparing and providing professional development based on best practices to our exceptional learning educators to help them effectively work with our exceptional learners. Shout out to the original Bulldogs, Classical High, class of 1979.
Cheers for classical.
Oh, I thought George.
Thanks, Dr. High. You can see one of our adorable preschoolers here. So it's been a busy year in terms of helping support our educators with exceptional learners. The first bullet point, we have been reimagining special education across the district with all adults within the school environment. And that is from administrators, including chief schools officers, principals, assistant principals, general ed teachers, paraprofessionals, because as you saw on Dr. Hyde's slide, our students are in all classrooms in our district. In August, however, Ms. Walczak, who you heard earlier, spearheaded a Links Summer Boot Camp for 35 educators who are in their first 5 years of working in our Links classrooms. This took place prior to PD Week, so this was educators who chose to participate in this. Rose and her autism specialist led it, so we have 36 classrooms right now running with teachers who went the extra mile to get extra training and be well prepared for this fall. Then the next week, during Professional Development Week, our department planned really a conference-style training hosted at Springfield College for over 1,500 educators, paraprofessionals, and related service providers. 57 of our experts within the district led this professional development. We continue to provide education in specialized license for a lot of the members of our department who Ms. Pope will highlight next. And then we have ongoing professional development around some of our high-quality instructional materials that are unique to our department. For example, the unique learning curriculum and the ARIS curriculums are used with our most complex learners. They are online platforms as well as hands-on platforms to allow all of our students to have high-quality, data-driven instruction. And our digital assessment inventory is rolling out with our school psychologists and speech and language pathologists to give them the most current technology to assess and evaluate our students. This is technology that other urban districts in Massachusetts, like Boston and Worcester, have also adopted. Next slide. And this is just a few of the highlights. We did ask all of those 1,500 participants in August to evaluate us on how their professional development experience was. So you can see 81% of them felt very satisfied with the knowledge they gained through August PD. Over 80% said the training was very relevant to their work as an exceptional learner educator. And almost 90% of exceptional learning educators felt welcome and able to be an active participant. And those are two of our assistive technology professionals who were exceptional trainers at the event. And Ms. Pope will tell you more about them.
Hi, good evening. I'm Mary Ellen Pope. Our district is fortunate to have many licensed and certified professionals that support our students, families, and fellow educators. Speech and language pathologists, occupational therapists, and physical therapists provide direct and indirect skilled services to the students across the district. Our vision and mobility specialists, our psychologists and nursing staff, audiologists, adaptive physical education teachers, preschool inclusion coaches, our autism specialists, our behavior specialists, our assistive technology specialists, and our teachers of the deaf and hard of hearing provide modifications, adaptations, and training to provide our students with every opportunity to access the curriculum and their culture of their schools, just as their general education peers do. In addition, these experts in their field provide ongoing professional development to teachers and paraprofessionals, as well as much-needed guidance and support to our families. Our transition specialists, which is my area, support our students ages 18 to 22 in becoming as independent as possible in taking care of themselves, their homes, and developing employability skills to be contributing members of the greater Springfield community. Currently, our transition age students are working at Big Y, both on Allen and Cooley and at and Carew, Park Cleaners, Salvation Army, Goodwill, Springfield College, AIC, and our very own Sodexo. This picture is actually one of our brand new special educators who has collaborated with a local food bank, and these are our transition age students volunteering in their own community. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Deborah Pacheco. I'm the compliance officer. Since I started my role here, my focus has been in how do we involve families in the IEP process. We recently revamped the Special Education Parent Advisory Council and had our first meeting this fall since 2021. The goal with the council is to create a community for the parents where they can come together and learn off of each other with the support of the district. We recently started to have virtual meetings with the goal of having in-person meetings, but right now we meet every first and third Tuesday in the evenings, and it's a time that works for the small council members that are in right now. We have 3, but we're working on getting more people involved and building trainings that are meaningful to the parents. This is actually one of the pictures of a training that we had during the spring at Harena, and it was pretty successful. Another way that we are getting parents involved in the IEP process is ensuring that they're able to participate in the IEP meeting and be able to have an interpreter there and to speak in their native language. So we do provide interpreter services, translate our documents in their native language, and we're serving over 50 different languages here in the Springfield district. We also built a new system where we have a family support link, and it's very new, but it's an opportunity for parents to just have, if they have a question about their child's IEP, want to learn more about the evaluation process, transitioning, they're able to kind of submit like a ticket, comes directly to us, and someone from the team can reach out to them and answer any questions they might have, provide them with any supports. The goal is to not only have families be part of the IEP process and kind of be collaborative, but also have the students be a part of the meetings as well when they hit the age of 14. We hope to have student-led IEPs, and the goal is to have them sit in the room and share their vision of what they want to learn within that year and be able to be part of that transition process. But we really do hope that with the CPAC, we're able to kind of build a community for the parents with the support of the district. Thank you.
Next slide. I hope you all are as excited by the work that I am and the rest of the members of the team are. As you could see from the data, exceptional learners are in every classroom, in every building, in every single one of our schools. And so at the core of our work is making sure that there's cross-departmental collaboration happening. And we are ensuring that we are at the table for all different departments and all different types of work. We're working with academics to make sure that we're doing learning walks, data days, we're attending academic meetings to make sure the perspective of exceptional learners is being considered. We're working with human resources to make sure we're moving our teachers from waiver to license. We're supporting our teachers of record and moving closer towards a license. We're working with operations in terms of looking at training opportunities for our transition students and IT to make sure that we're using the data around MCAS to improve our MCAS portfolios, that our iPads are equipped with the best technology to be able to make sure our students who need communication devices have it. But at the core of it, it's that cross-collaboration. That would not happen if we were not very intentional about it, as is the rest of the department. Lastly, on the next slide, we'd love to share with you what the research has to say. We were really excited we were reached out by a professor at Boston University who kept reaching out and said, please, you have to hear this data, and I was so excited to hear this data. Springfield was recognized in an analysis of Massachusetts state data system. Springfield has been identified as having an exceptionally strong special education workforce. Notably, a much higher proportion of special education teachers of color than comparable districts, a lower proportion of inexperienced special educators than comparable districts, experienced special educators who are more equitably distributed to low-income schools and to schools serving more students of color than comparable districts, and slightly lower overall turnover. So we are working right now with this researcher to make sure that she goes through our research committee and is approved to be able to do the research so that not only we can learn from our best practices, but other communities can also learn from Springfield's strengths. So on the next slide, we just want to say thank you, highlight a few more of our students who enjoy coming to school each and every day as much as our educators enjoy educating them. So thank you for your time tonight, and we're available if you have any questions.
Thank you, Dr. McCarthy. Thank you, Dr. McCarthy, and your team for helping our young students believe in themselves that they can and will succeed. And I mean, I think you saw an outstanding example with Joel Flores, Santa tonight, my little pal there, and
yeah.
But to each and every one of you, it's very, very heartwarming, and Springfield sort of leads the charge, as you said with your slides. But I'll turn it over to Superintendent Dr. Denal and my school committee members for any comments they'd like to make besides. Any questions or comments?
We do, we are. But no,
All right, hold on. We'll do the finger. Vice, let the superintendent go first. Okay.
I just want to applaud and commend my team. As you can see, the data is clear. The research is saying everything that I already know to be true about Dr. McCarthy and her well-tuned, highly impactful special education department that we have renamed to Exceptional Learners. Thank you so much for all that you all do. You bring so much to the lives of the families and the children that you support each and every day. You go above and beyond, work long hours, never complaining, always reaching higher, always putting students at the center of all that you do. I applaud you. I appreciate you, and I commend you. Thank you for a job well done.
okay, sorry about that. I was yelling and screaming and excited about something the other day, and I have not quite gotten my voice back yet, so please forgive me. All the things that are happening in our district, there's a lot of positive things that are happening, and I definitely echo the sentiment of Dr. Denal that you all do very challenging work, and most of the time people are doing it with smiles, and you would never know if you were just on the outside looking in that there is a challenge. And I had the pleasure of being on a learning walk the other day, and we went to Commerce, and one of the classrooms that we went into was a low incidence classroom, and it was just amazing to watch the students be so excited about their cafe that they created, that they were doing, and talking to us and using the tablets to communicate with us and all the things. And we're just so excited about and confident about the process of being able to sell those Danish or those coffee or those teas or whatnot. And so it just was reaffirming to see that, and the teacher, she was just phenomenal. I mean, she was so joyful, so energetic. You would have thought she was like 5 years old, the amount of energy that she had. And so I definitely want to premise my question before, by saying that, like, I absolutely acknowledge that. I also want to say, because I, for one, and can't speak for any of my colleagues, I get a lot of calls, a lot of emails, a lot of questions and concerns about the students that are receiving services. And I love that we highlighted a lot of positive stuff, but I would really appreciate you sharing some of the challenges, because I think it's important for folks to understand that it's not that we are not wanting to always do the things that they're asking. Sometimes there are just limitations, and I can't necessarily articulate them, but I know that they're there. And I would love if you would speak to some of that so that the listening audience can be aware that these are not just you know, we're being mean people or we're being difficult people, that there are real struggles that everybody's dealing with across the country when it comes to teachers and finding the right certifications and all the things. So I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I would love it if you would share, just so folks can be aware of what's happening.
Absolutely. We have a lot of work going on in that area, so I'd be happy to collect some information and share it with you and the greater community.
Thank you.
And thank you for raising that up, because it is a really difficult part of everybody's job, is towing that line between what the regulations and what FAPE is, the free and appropriate public education, and what sometimes families want. And so it really is a challenge, and we do try to do our best to make sure we always keep the students' needs at the center. But there are disagreements at times, and we try to respectfully go through the dispute resolution process, which I'll share more with you. But thank you for raising that up.
Thank you so much. And I also want to just say, too, that a lot of folks aren't aware that the IEP has changed. And so the process of how we administer it or how we adhere to the policies have changed drastically from what they were just even a couple years ago. And so I know that we started conversations with families on educating them, but it would be nice, now that I'm thinking about it, if we had something on the website, and maybe it's there, but something that people can point to know, like, here's where you can find the information. I know there's the Bureau for Children with Special Needs, who they do training and stuff that people can learn about and parents can go to and learn about. But I know that the expectation that people have sometimes is not reasonable as far as, you know, what we're able to do and things of that nature. So I just wanted to name that because that's me all the time on the opposite side. Like, I hear you, parent, I hear you, mom, I hear you, dad, I hear you, grandma. And I also want to make sure that I name that here are some challenges that we're experiencing, because if they don't know their shortages, if they don't know that their certification, the whole laundry list of things that go along with the certifications, but it just in education period, trying to find teachers is hard. Never mind the teachers with the specialties that you all must have in order to meet the needs of our children. And so thank you again. I will be quiet now because I know Mrs. Hurst had some questions, but I at least wanted to name some of the concerns that I've heard.
Ms. Hurst?
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Vice Chair Naylor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Vice Chair Naylor. Thank you, Dr. McCarthy, and your team for all the work that you do day in and day out. And this is sort of an aside based off of what Ms. Vice Chair Naylor just said. Is I think it's important to also point out that you all are being asked to do a lot more with less, right? And so I was thinking about one of the resolutions that we just voted to reauthorize tonight, which was to increase the cap on special ed funding. And so we know that all across the Commonwealth, we're being asked to do a lot more. There's much more acuteness to some of the information that we received today, which costs and transportation costs for special education. So I mean, outside of the stories that we hear from parents and those particular challenges, there's also real systemic challenges that we have to be mindful of that absolutely impact the work that you all do. So I wanted to call our attention to the slide around how do we involve our families in the IEP process, and just wondered if you all could tell us, one, who sits on CPAC, like how, like, is there a recruitment? Like, who gets selected to sit on that?
So we need to have a board, and for the past several years, we have filed for a waiver. We haven't been able to be successful in terms of getting parents to the point of wanting to be board members. Parents would come and attend trainings, but not necessarily take that next step of becoming a board member. And so the cohort of 4 to 6 students that Ms. Pacheco is working with have committed to learning more about being board members and are consistently working to be able to develop a CPAC. How those members were selected were a couple of ways they got brought to our attention. We really listened to parents. We kept last year, I tried doing CPAC 2 years, my first year, we did meetings at different schools immediately after school about the new IEP. We partnered with FACE, and we really tried to outreach at the school level and get parents to come, and the turnout was fairly low. Then we tried doing it in different locations, at different hours of the day, in different ways, and our attendance was low. So we partnered with some of our schools that had high family involvement, and we did training immediately after school drop-off, and parents came in with partnership with the principal who reached out. And at each of those trainings, we had around 40 parents. So parents from that group signed up to be interested, and then also at the convention that FACE puts on, we're present there with a table, and we had people sign up there. And I'm trying to think of any other outreach efforts, but those are essentially, we're trying to get to parents. And so we have actually a rather large pool of parents right now that want to participate in CPAC in terms of attending trainings and things. And we have a small board, which is a reasonable sized board, really, to have 4 to 6 people that want to be board members. So if anyone is interested, they certainly can reach out. We have a whole resource page on our website that records all of our trainings, and also connects, if you're interested, to Deborah, who would get any family member who's interested in being on CPAC, either as a board member or just a participant on our mailing list.
So is there criteria? Does your student have to be an exceptional learner?
Actually, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. That's good to know. And then my last question is around the family support request link. I think that's really interesting. And so who knows about that? Like, we know because we just heard about it, but like, how do other families know?
I have it in my signature. So with some of us have put it in our signature. It's on our website. We're starting to do some training with the ETLs. And what that's a result of is the problem. So the problem resolution system is a lot of families through the Department of Ed do often reach out to DESE for resolution for any issues they have. And I'll be excited to show you when we are finding resolutions. So while there are still problems, and we're not unique in terms of having a high level of PRS complaints, that is something at the state level that happens. We were trying to give families an interim before feeling the need to go to the state. Just another level of, we hear you, we want to work with you. We can even agree to disagree, and let's work on a resolution together. So we'd love any ideas you have about broadcasting that, and it's new, and it's just a new way we're trying to solicit families who are, upset for one reason or another.
Thank you, Dr. McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr.
May I say one
Yes,
thing, Mr. Mayor?
Mayor.
Can we get that link to put in our email?
Absolutely.
Because I think it would be nice to have it top of mind. It would save a lot of the back and forth in the emails, I think, if people can tell you directly what their concerns are as much as possible.
I'd love that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Naylor. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Mayor,
Yeah, Mr. Collins?
a lot of districts don't do a lot to handle their exceptional learners. They go to collaboratives, they go to other district placements, they go all over the place. Springfield has a storied and long history of embracing exceptional learners and creating so many opportunities for the least restrictive educational environment for the kids. And your department is holding up that standard again in the highest regards. And it's nothing but great for the kids of Springfield that we continue to embrace exceptional learners.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. You beat me to the punch on that. That's exactly what I was going to say. Compared to many other districts in the region, the area, and the country, Springfield goes above and beyond. I know the hard work you do. Sometimes I get contacted by the families and, why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? Always very thorough and clarifying in your response of everything that you've done, everything that you continue to do on it. And I know, moms and dads, you love your kids and you want the best for them, as we do too. But it's got to be realistic at times and what can be adopted at that point in time. But just to echo what Mr. Collins said, there's a lot of other districts that those young people go by the wayside. We never turn anybody away here in the city of Springfield. And you're dealing with a very challenging and difficult population with a lot of promise that you put into them. But I know when I am contacted, I know my school committee members are, you are very thorough. A, B, C, D, bing, bang, bang. This is what we've done. This is what we continue to do. This is what we're trying to work with a resolution with the family, and so I commend you. And you must have the patience of Job that you go through on it. But it's very rewarding when you see that young man or that young lady being able to achieve, and some of the slides. And again, tonight what we saw, you can't put a price tag on that. So, thank you. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to the next agenda item. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, informational discussion items. A, discuss the revised policy KJA relations with booster organizations, district booster organization guidelines. Chief Financial Chief Pat Roach is here, Attorney Jeremy St. Laurent, and Attorney Ian Keefe also. Superintendent Dr. Denal, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. We are in the process of taking a closer look at the draft policy for booster organizations and district booster organizations and those guidelines that would address a growing concern around the monitoring of the practices that govern the boosters in our district. Attorney Keefe is here to further explain.
Thank you, Dr.
Good evening again. So as Dr. Arnold stated, this has been in subcommittee for a while now, and the issue came up when there were some reports that there may have been some booster organizations that have been mismanaging some funds. And so what we wanted to focus on with this policy and the accompanying guidelines is really to put forth in the policy and codify a distinction between Springfield Public Schools and the booster organizations, and to really clarify that the booster organizations are separate legal entities, distinct from the district and from Springfield Public Schools, and that anything that the booster organizations do, good or bad, is not necessarily attributed to, and the district is not held liable for it. And so the draft policy in front of you really has a couple things. It sets forth some guidelines that we created, and again, it really distinguishes and creates that line, the separation between the entities. It requires a little more accountability by the booster organizations. It requires them to have their own bylaws to register with the state. They're going to be a nonprofit, a charitable organization. If they're accepting money over $5,000, it holds them accountable to all state and federal laws regarding public charities. And it also requires them to enter into an affiliation agreement with the district that, again, it makes them agree that they're separate legal entities and that they'll be liable for their own actions. The issue that's come up is that while we want to clearly create this distinction and we want to have some accountability with the booster organizations, we also don't want to hamper their ability to do what they're supposed to do. And so that's why it's on the discussion item today, to see really and to put out there to the public and to make the booster organizations aware that we're focusing on this issue. And we want to hear from the booster organizations to see if these guidelines and policies that we're creating would hamper their ability to do what they're doing, because we don't want to stop that. And so it's put forth to the committee to discuss, if these are too strict, if we want to loosen them up a little bit. I'm happy to answer any questions on the individual items in the policy or the guidelines.
Thank you, Attorney Keefe. Any questions or comments from subcommittee at all?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Vice Chair Naylor, please.
So this was an issue that we discussed in legislative and contracts and budget and finance joint subcommittees. And we've been talking about this for, I feel like it's been about a year that we've been going back and forth about this particular policy. So we finally have a draft. Thanks to Attorney Keefe's work. And not only do we have a draft of a policy, we also have the guidelines. The initial policy that we have, Mr. Mayor, policy KJA, is very, very dry, has like nothing to really give any guidance to anybody who is doing a booster organization, or nor does it allow for really any accountability from the district to be able to hold anyone accountable if they're not doing what they're supposed to do with those funds. And so there were some issues that arose in the last year where parents were questioning the booster organizations, how the money was being spent, and there was nothing we could do about it because we don't have any type of relationship with them. But there were times when organizations would say, you know, maybe they're doing concession at the school during a basketball game or something, and people would assume it must be going to the school because it's at the school. So this is just really in place to provide some, as Attorney Keefe said, I'm not going to jump into what he stated already, but it really gives us the ability to now have the conversation with folks, have conversation with the schools, make sure that AD Early and all of the coaches, especially because a lot of these are related to our athletic clubs, that they're aware that we're having this conversation, and we will open the floor to do some type of a town hall or conversation with them so that we can better understand how this policy would affect their ability to be inclusive or not. And so that as we get ready to vote on this in the near future, that we will make sure we're not doing anything that's going to require us to come back and vote again on the new policy and all the other things.
Thank you, Vice Chair.
You're welcome.
Any other questions or comments? And you know, the majority of the Booster Club people, well-intentioned, but you know, you need to have some checks and balances. All it takes is one issue or one person not doing the right thing of where that those benefits should go to. So it's not casting any dispersions. It's just putting criteria down. Simple as that. And I appreciate Vice Chair Naylor. For about a year, you've been working on this, and the majority do a fantastic job. But just a little bit of checks and balances. Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none. Thank you, Attorney Keefe. You're off the hook.
Thank you.
We'll now move to reports of standing committees. Student and parent concerns. Ms. Gresham, please.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Gresham. Building and Maintenance Committee, Mr. Gonzalez is absent. Legislative Contracts Committee, Vice Chair Naylor.
Yes, we did address the majority of the issues on tonight's agenda. However, one thing I want to update, Mr. Mayor, is that we do have the timeline for the superintendent's evaluation. As everyone knows, we have a new superintendent, and we had to reestablish the timeline as to when we would do her evaluation, and eventually we'll have it set up to where it's automatic, similarly to what we've done in the past. But we will have November 24th as the date for her presentation to the school committee. December 8th will be when the school committee members are required to have our individual evaluations submitted. And then on December 15th is when we would do the summative review of her and provide any recommendations that are necessary for the school committee to vote on. Everyone will receive this in their emails, but we just wanted to make sure that you had that information tonight.
Thank you for your work on this, Vice Chair Naylor. Any questions or comments?
I have, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Ms. Gresham.
Yes, the goals are going to be emailed along with the timeline, so you will receive that. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking that question, Mrs. Gresham.
D is Curriculum and Programs Committee, Ms. Hurst.
No report at this time, Mr. Mayor. But can I ask if we can go back really quickly, just to, can we also get the calendar invites for those dates sooner rather than later, for the superintendent evaluation?
Yes. Trini, thank you. If there's no questions or comments, Budget and Finance Committee, Vice Chair Naylor, please.
All items have been addressed, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. F is Vocational Education Committee, Mr. Gonzalez is absent. G is Technology Committee, Mr. Collins.
No report at this time, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. H is School Safety Committee, Ms. Gresham.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Gresham. I is Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, Ms. Hurst, please.
No report at this time, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. We'll now move to the report of the student representative, Ollie DeLone, Jr., Putnam Vocational Technical Academy. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So I know we're all tired.
No.
I know we're tired. I know it's late.
It's all right. You got about an hour and a half. You're fine.
But today I do have a couple things that I want to talk about. So excuse me. And please excuse my notes are on my phone. I didn't have time to print it out, but I didn't want to forget. As you all know, quarter one just wrapped up for high schools and middle schools in Springfield. Report cards come out. We have HOCO coming up. A bunch of sports is something I do want to touch on before I get to the nitty gritty. Our girls volleyball team made it to states.
Yeah,
Our girls soccer team also made it to states.
yeah.
At the city meet for cross country, our girls team placed, I believe it was second. Yep, second, and our boys team placed third. So we placed on both. That's good. Other than that, our shops are getting really active again. Business Tech has been working really hard to promote the Mayflower. Think it's non-perishable drive. We're making it a competition between shops, so it's a good time to raise non-perishable foods as well as.
Oh, this is for the Mayflower Marathon with Bax and Nate for the open pantry. That's great.
I
Great
know.
school challenge. If you do a lot, you get a prize too.
Really?
Yes, you do.
That's good. Putnam is making it a competition in between
Good.
shops.
Thank you for doing that.
So, I'm really competitive and I'm proud of being in early ed. So, you will see me bringing some cans in. Skills USA, I was not expecting for you guys to talk about it today, but I had it here to talk about it with you guys too. Like, you guys voted on the 23rd and the 24th. They'll be competing, and I forgot the town's name, but.
Barbara. This
Yeah.
is the red coats. The red.
I'm also proud to say I'm competing for early education for Skills USA. Last year, I got 5th place. I didn't place, but I was so close. Those skills questions tripped me up every time, but I'm in it again this year, and I'm gonna place. I've been studying. Putnam also participated in the Cancer Walk in Forest Park. We raised $2,000.
All right. Raise hope.
Now, what I really wanted to talk about. So, as you know, Putnam has a college fair every year, right? And around December, it's for our seniors. Great chance for them to meet with some colleges, opportunities for scholarships. But recently, we have kind of shifted it around. We kind of turned it into not just a college fair, but a college and career fair because Dr. Denal, in your time as superintendent, you have pointed out four key things that you find important and that you like to focus on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but early literacy, middle school transformation, college and career readiness, and post-secondary education. Got it.
Drop the mic moment. Very good.
So Putnam has shifted their college fair to get closer to some of the things you've focused on and that you find important. So we're including unions for trade shops, like we call it our boot shops. We're bringing in unions for electrical, carpentry, HVAC, things like that. The labor shops, they're getting chances to meet with union workers too, to ask questions, opportunities, make connections, as well as, let me see if I have it here. So we're gonna bring in the police department, the fire department, DPW, and as well as 20 plus colleges. So students get opportunity, they get accepted on the spot for our colleges. They get scholarships on the spot. And now they're gonna have times to ask questions for the union workers. I really like the police department and the fire department. I think that's really creative, and that's a field that they don't really talk about nowadays. But when I talk about this, my mind immediately goes to things that you have said before about homegrown educators, and I can't help but to think about 2 coaches at Putnam, John Garcia and Keyshawn Monroe. I know you're family with Coach Monroe. It really reminds me of them because they graduated from Putnam together in 2015. They won 2 state champion titles in basketball together.
Coach Shepard, yeah.
Yep. They graduated.
Buds.
They played basketball in college. They went their separate ways. And then they came back. They got their education, they got their experience, and they came back to Putnam. And that's something that really touches my heart. Coach Garcia has a master's degree. He's our athletic director now. They went from playing basketball to coaching it. And things like that just like touch my heart. I don't know. I think since I also manage basketball, I had a chance to get closer to them and learn their stories and just inspirational. And it's gonna be my turn soon. When I graduate, I'll be back as well. Hopefully. But Putnam, when focusing on like college readiness, career readiness, and post-secondary education, Putnam graduates leave prepared and confident, and some of them come back and they want to keep working with the youth. They want to build students the way they were built before, and it's just two of many examples of the beauty of Springfield Public Schools. And I know we're tired. I'm not gonna keep talking, but that's all I wanted to say. I thought of you. I thought of you, Dr. Zazal. Your words stick with me.
You did a great job. Great job. And I wanted to bring up with your college fair and the job and career recruitment with my chief diversity officer, Judy Crowell. We do that, and with police and fire with the deputy chiefs. And we've hired some people from Putnam in the fire department, specialists in auto mechanics and brakes on it. And we have the last promotion class. There was a number of Springfield High School graduates that were there at Putnam, Central, others. So we're recruiting from in. And then on the Putnam Championship basketball, I went to many of those games. They almost had a three-peat. And I went to the state tournament, and it was a tough game on it, but to have those guys come back now, and Coach Shep did a outstanding job.
I'm still standing. He's still there.
Yeah, and have those guys come back too is because they could tell their stories to the students. They're saying, hey, you can excel both on and off the court. So that's fantastic. So very nice report, young lady.
Very good.
May I comment?
Yes, you may comment.
So I want to also say Keyshawn does have a master's degree as well.
He does?
Yes, he does. But one of the things, when you were talking, it's so funny that you brought it up with them because they are being honored at the SPS Hall of Fame this year. And it really is a testament. I felt like when they started with their just the passion and the teamwork and all the things that they had working together, it really shifted a lot of the sports at Putnam. It was almost like not that they can take full credit from it, but it just really shifted the atmosphere where people started to pay more attention to Putnam, and now you all are just doing great work. And I love the way you make sure that you're speaking from every aspect of the school, from the educational aspect to the shops to the athletics to everything. So nobody's left out, and like that's cool. Like that's what you're supposed to do, and you're just a great voice for the students and a great voice for our young people in our city. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're proud of you.
And they started that pipeline to Keene State College, with playing hoop up there and getting an education.
And everywhere, actually, too, Mr. Mayor. They didn't just play locally in the country. They also played overseas.
Played overseas.
Yeah, so they can teach our students about not just what's here, but the culture of other places and going to school in other places and all the things, and then still coming back here with all of that and wanting to pour into our kids here. So
they're a great team. Seeing them in action last year as coaches, that's why I came back as manager. That's why it's round 2. I'm ready.
They were Lahovich award winners, a top award you could receive in Western Massachusetts for top ball players. And that's a prestigious award too. So brought back a lot of memories. It was just a few years ago, and it was good. Great. Yes, sir.
Sorry, I just wanted to quickly build on what Vice Chair Naylor said. We got that invitation today about the Hall of Fame or the Sports Hall of Fame reception. And very similar to how we bring in the teachers who win the Grinspoon Awards, like it would be really great if we brought I think it speaks to all the things that you all have just talked about, but all of the things that we talk about around alumni. And we have many wonderful luminaries here in the city, but we also have luminaries that are representing the city, above and beyond Springfield. And so I just think it would be great if we honor them.
Love to have them. Thank you, Ms. Hurst. Any other questions or comments to our fantastic student representative?
So much, Mr. Mayor.
Would you like to continue? Hearing none, we'll move to our fantastic superintendent. Superintendent Dr. Denal for her report. She's just said she's going to speak for maybe 48 minutes.
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. I am so grateful that our student representative is in the field of education, and I can guarantee you we will hire you as soon as you walk that stage in June next year. We will hire you on the spot. So, congratulations in advance for joining the team of Springfield Public Schools.
How do you like that?
You did an excellent job this evening, and it was definitely a stroke of genius to invite the unions. Those labor unions are the gateway for many of our students who are in those vocational programs. So having the unions there will most definitely increase their chances of walking into that career that pays them a wage that will elevate them to the next level of generational wealth. So thank you so much.
Give some credit to yourself too. You pushed Putnam to include them. It was just a college fair before.
She's just taking over the meeting. I love it. I love it, Jeanette. I love it.
So I will be brief. I will not be before you long. I just wanted to share a couple of highlights of the things that we've been doing since our last school committee meeting. We were fortunate to have another Super Saturday and Super Sunday event. Super Sunday was held at Forest Park Middle School. It was nice to walk the halls of the school that I spent 16 years in as a classroom teacher. Yes, a science teacher, as well as a school counselor. We had about 100 individuals in attendance, and we also had the library there. And as soon as we opened the table up for the families to apply for library cards, the table was flooded. They all applied for library cards. Literacy is most definitely near and dear to the hearts and minds of our parents. And we had the vast majority of our parents there were the parents of our new arrivals. And so not only were we meeting the needs of the new arrivals, but we're also meeting the needs of their parents. Last time we had our Super Saturday event, they requested additional support for ESOL classes because the current classes that we have are already enrolled. And I know the city has done an amazing job funding those opportunities. Assistant Superintendent of Community Engagement, Family Empowerment, and Partnerships, Chief Escribano, he has extended himself and created ESOL opportunities that Springfield Public Schools will support and host. And the parents were thrilled about that. We also created opportunities for our parents to join the Holyoke Community College Accelerated Program, where parents who are new arrivals, who had a profession in their home country, can learn English at an accelerated rate in order for them to launch into the career field and resume the role that they played or the career that they had in their home country. There are also a couple of other opportunities that Assistant Superintendent Escribano is looking into to ensure that our parents who are looking for employment become gainfully employed and learn English at an accelerated rate. So we applaud him in those efforts. Again, it was very well attended, and we look forward to the other 3 Super Saturday and Super Sunday events for the rest of the school year. I'm also pleased to say that school committee members have joined me and others from my team on classroom observations and walkthroughs. It was a great example of high quality teaching and learning in the classrooms. I know Vice Chair Monroe Naylor has already mentioned the amazing class that we observed, our Link students. I don't even have words to describe the joy that I felt standing there watching these students that others may consider unable to achieve greatness, seeing them just grow and blossom and achieve levels of education that maybe their parents weren't even aware that they could achieve. So I do applaud the teachers who do that work. It's a heavy lift, but I tell you, it is very rewarding, and they do an excellent job. Excellent job. We continue to build strong partnerships with higher education. I had the opportunity to meet with several of our college presidents, college representatives, and those who provide support to our staff members as they continue to receive additional training, additional degrees in order to make sure that they are very skilled in delivering instruction to our students. Not only are we working to strengthen our partnerships for teacher and educator preparation, but we're also including our students. So our high school students will get additional opportunities to gain more and more, to earn more and more college credits while they are still in the classroom. As you can see from the students who presented from Discovery High School, several of them earn several credits. I believe those who are here this evening earned more than 30 credits each, and that will go towards their either associate's degree or their bachelor's degree and beyond. So we applaud them for the hard work they're doing at Discovery and other schools in the district, and we want to continue to build those partnerships to expand those courses and the course offerings to our students. Last but not least, it was already mentioned here this evening, Springfield Public Schools Sports Hall of Fame induction banquet. Please know that we are very proud of our scholar athletes because they have done international great things as well as locally. I had the opportunity, my brother was actually inducted several years ago. I had the opportunity to attend, and it's just a wonderful way for us to celebrate the athletic prowess of those who graduated from Springfield Public Schools. I don't have an athletic bone in my body, but I so appreciate and respect and stand in awe of those who just push their body to the limit and are able to achieve great things either on the basketball court, the football field, in the swimming pool, wherever it is that they're able to excel in athletics. They have done it, and we have some of the best who have graduated from none other than Springfield Public Schools. So please join us as we celebrate our athletes at the Sports Hall of Fame induction banquet. And with that said, Mr. Mayor and members of the school committee, I am done with my comments.
Thank you, Superintendent Dr. Dahl. Any questions or comments, Superintendent's report? Okay, hearing none. Unfinished business? Hearing none. New business? Hearing none. Is there a motion on the floor? Vote by Vice Chair Naylor. Is a second. Second by Ms. Gresham. Roll call vote is required. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Gonzalez, absent. Attorney Murphy, absent. Mr. Collins.
Yes.
Ms. Gresham.
Yes.
Ms. Hirsch.
Yes.
Ms. Monroe Naylor.
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Morning is fish and vote. This matter passes. Yes. Good evening. Thank you for watching. Good health and happy Veterans Day to all our veterans. God bless you all. Thank you.